well-established rich coming right back at you. This is a conversation about how we treat success in the black community. Because every time somebody levels up in a way that can't be ignored, the narrative around them suddenly changes. It can never be that they work hard. It can never be that they made smart moves. There always has to be a dark explanation attached to their progress. And that's where this whole thing starts.
No, it is. The whole thing is good timing for us.
Listen, there were things that Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Never. And that's how you get to those big bags.
Because I don't to have the people like the iHearts of the world want to hand you this much money.
Well, it's the same with Stephen A. Smith, though. When Disney wants to give you money like that, you got to do a dance I ain't willing to do.
You could have. I think you could have done it. I don't know if you would have gotten the Stephen A. 30 a year is a big one.
Who?
You.
No.
But I think you would if you had flipped it on and done the dance right, you could have got yourself a nice 10, 15.
Oh.
I think that's.
Oh yeah.
But
I can't do it.
Ebro, you should have been at Turning Point USA this weekend. This could have been you.
Nah, son, it crossed my mind.
You could have been lit.
Because imagine, if I start sitting down with the, give me a name.
Candace.
Oh.
Ben Shapiro.
Hey, come on.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, come on.
I mean, you really go all the way to Nick Fuentes.
I mean, me and Nick would get it popping.
I mean, you guys could find some common ground. It's all about finding common ground.
Common ground would we find?
Listen, I'm sure you guys could find the same person you don't like here or there. Have yourself a little chit-chat.
Well, apparently, me and Nick agree on Israel.
Ebro Darden did not just critique Charlamagne's business deal. He questioned his integrity. And that's a very important distinction. Critique is one thing. Character assassination is another. When you say somebody had to dance to get to success, you are implying that their success is undeserved. You are saying they didn't earn it on merit. You saying they traded morals for money. And what makes that dangerous is not just a statement, it's who it's coming from. Ebro is not a random person on Twitter. Ebro was a gatekeeper. He ran a major morning show. He helped decide who got played, who got invited, and who got shut out. So when somebody like that suggests that success only comes through compromise, it sends a very poisonous message downstream. It tells young creators that there is no clean way to win. And that's a lie. Charlamagne did not fall into a $200 million deal. He built a media empire in public for over a decade. He took hits, he lost ad deals, he was called every name in the book, and he kept building. Companies don't give you 9 figures because you compliant. They pay you because you irreplaceable. And that's the part that makes people uncomfortable. Irreplaceability exposes everybody who stayed comfortable. When you had the same might and did not build the same foundation, somebody else's success can feel like an indictment. So instead of saying, what did he do different? People are saying, what did he give up? And that is exactly what we are watching right here. Now, here's where this conversation gets real uncomfortable. Not every platform teaches you how to build power. Some platforms teach you how to perform. Others teach you how to own. Charlamagne learned early that a mic without ownership is a temporary throne, and temporary thrones always get taken. That's why the Black Effect exists. That's why podcasting was never just content for him. It was infrastructure. It was a long game. Ebro is still thinking in terms of permission. Charlamagne moved into position. And when you don't understand the difference, every check looks suspicious.
2 things you're going to have to do is write a book and start a podcast. I always knew I was going to write a book just because I love reading, I love writing. That was a no-brainer. For podcasting, I was a little arrogant on it. I was like, why I got to do a podcast? I do morning radio. Like, when I was looking at, doing my new deal with iHeart, I was like, I don't want to just be talent anymore. Like, I want to create this podcast network.
A $200 million deal is not a moral failure. It's a market decision. iHeart did not pay for Charlamagne's silence. They paid for his audience, his brand, and his influence. The same way ESPN paid Stephen A. Smith. Not because he danced, but because he dominated. When Ebro says he wouldn't do that, what he is really saying is he was never offered that. And that's not an insult. That's a reality check. Everybody don't get the same opportunities because everybody doesn't create the same value.
He ain't lying.
Calling his success white supremacy without proof is lazy. It turns real systemic issues into personal jealousy. Critiquing a black politician is not betrayal. It's civil participation. You do not lose your blackness because you ask questions. You lose your credibility when you stop thinking. The problem is that too many people equate loudness with principle and silence with compliance. Charlamagne was never silent. He was strategic. And strategy looks like selling out to people who never had one. Listen, this story is bigger than Ebro and Charlamagne. This is about how we react when one of our own makes it big, and whether or not we can handle it without tearing them down. We have a bad habit in this culture. We turn success into suspicion. We turn money into moral failure and failure into virtue. Somebody can work for 20 years and build something real. And the first thing we ask is who they sold out to. We never ask who they studied, what they sacrificed. We never ask how many nights they stayed up when nobody else was watching. We jump straight to conspiracy and then wonder why we don't have generational media companies, why we don't have black-owned networks. You don't get those by staying pure. You get those by staying smart. Charlamagne did not leave the culture. He built inside of it. He did not abandon black voices. He multiplied them. And that is what should be celebrated, not questioned. If you want to talk about integrity, let's talk about something that lasts. Let's talk about creating opportunities for others. Let's talk about leaving the door open behind you. Because the real sellout is not making money. It's making none and pretending it's principle. This conversation is not about who did a dance. It's about who built the stage. And if we don't learn the difference, we're going to keep losing our best minds to bitterness. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.